In the heart of the Mbundu lands, beneath the blazing Angolan sun, the cries of two baby girls echoed through the royal compound. Queen Nzinga had given birth to twins, an omen, the seers said. The first, strong and loud, was named Nzinga. The second, quiet with eyes like embers, was named Kanyiso. From the moment they opened their eyes, their fate split like a river into two paths. Nzinga was raised in gold, groomed for court, taught to speak with elegance, to command with presence. Kanyiso was raised in silence. Shunned by the elders who feared her fire, whispered about by midwives who called her born under shadow. She wasn't unwanted, just inconvenient. Yet Nzinga and Kanyiso were inseparable. In the hidden corners of the palace, away from watchful eyes, the two girls sparred with sticks, whispered stories under moonlight, and dreamed of ruling together, one with wisdom, the other with fire. Nzinga called Kanyiso her shadow sister. And Kanyiso? She called Nzinga her light. But the kingdom had no room for two sons. As Nzinga was crowned princess regent, Kanyiso was sent away, for her protection, the council said. But in truth, they feared her visions, and her rage. On a rainy night, mercenaries came. Sent by Portuguese slavers. Their target was a rival noble family, but Kanyiso, hidden among them, was taken too. She was shackled, branded, and sold as just another black body in chains. Nzinga searched for her in vain, her grief buried beneath royal duty. The kingdom mourned her as dead. But Kanyiso wasn't dead. She was just beginning. Thousands of miles away, in the sugar fields of São Tomé, Kanyiso labored beneath the whip. But even as blood soaked her ankles, her eyes burned. She learned to survive, then to resist. At night, she trained in secret with other captives. A blind elder taught her the old ways, the chants of the ancestors, the fire dance of warriors. They called her Isoka, the fireborn. She became myth among slaves and terror among their masters. And then, one night, she vanished. A Portuguese ship docked in Luanda under mysterious command. Its crew, all dead. At the helm stood a cloaked figure with firelit eyes, Kanyiso. She had returned. Not as a sister or princess, but as a phantom. She watched from the shadows as Nzinga, now queen, parleyed with invaders, struggled to keep peace through treaties, and burned inside for allies she could not find. The sisters were on opposite sides of the same war, Nzinga in the court, Kanyiso in the wild. Deep in the forests, Kanyiso raised her own kingdom. Escaped slaves, orphaned warriors, abandoned mothers, priestesses of the old gods, these were her people. They called her the Queen of Fire. She struck Portuguese convoys with precision, liberated entire villages overnight, and disappeared like smoke. Her legend grew. But Nzinga was under pressure, accused of harboring a rebel. The colonizers demanded blood. One misty dawn, Nzinga rode alone into the forest. There, in a sacred grove, stood Kanyiso, barefoot, with a blade at her side. No words were spoken. The wind carried only memory. Sisters, now women shaped by different fires. They did not embrace. They stood, warriors both. Then they knelt, side by side. That day, they made a pact, Nzinga would rule the throne. Kanyiso would rule the fire. Two queens. One cause. One enemy. Their army became unstoppable. Nzinga united rival clans with diplomacy. Kanyiso trained shadow warriors, moving through trees like whispers. Battles erupted across the land. Forts fell. Chains shattered. In the silence after each victory, villagers found carved symbols in ash, a crown and a flame, Nzinga and Kanyiso. The colonizers grew desperate. They offered gold, peace, even land. But the queens wanted none of it. They wanted freedom on their own terms. But peace was fragile. Nzinga aged. Her court grew anxious. They warned her, your sister grows too powerful. She threatens your legacy. Kanyiso, too, saw the change. Politics, compromise, it wasn't her way. A rift formed, not in love, but in purpose. The war was being won, but the sisters had become two different fires, one steady, one wild. Then came the final battle, a Portuguese stronghold on sacred Mbundu land. They attacked together, one last time. Victory came at a cost. After the final battle, Kanyiso vanished. Some say she was wounded and died in secret. Others believe she walked into the sea, returning to the ancestors. Nzinga never spoke of it. But after her reign, she commissioned a temple deep in the forest, no markings, no name. Only a flame carved into stone. Her final words to her court were, "History will remember me. But the fire will outlive us all." Today, children still chant her name in fireside songs. In Angola, the story of Queen Nzinga lives in history books. But Kanyiso lives in the shadows, in warrior chants, in rebel hearts, in the defiance of every girl who refuses to kneel. She was never crowned. But she never needed to be. The throne was too small for her. She was the queen who ruled without chains, without borders, without fear. The forgotten queen of fire, remembered by flame. Africa's history is not lost, it's waiting for you to hear it. Be part of the movement that keeps our stories alive. Hit subscribe and let's tell the truth together.